How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is a brand spanking new reaction. Today we got Jaded by Spiritbox, and I'm really looking forward to this because this is basically my introduction to a new band. This is going to be the first song I hear from Spiritbox. Fingers crossed. I hear they're heavy. They are female fronted, which is always lovely. I love a good female vocalist because it's just something about the female register. They get up high, whether it's singing, whether it's screaming, they just get to a point where it's like, oh, anyway, it's good. But yeah, fingers crossed. I hope this goes well. Let's dive into the reaction. Thoughts after. As always, I'm going to be dissecting the lyrics to see the deeper, saucier meaning behind the song. Let's go. Oh, is that thing the Spiritbox? Ooh. Oh yeah. We're off to a good start. It's a chrome guitar.
I feel alone in my body. I feel a silence underneath. In these valleys of blood.
Oh, that does not look comfortable.
These rivers of rust. Shoulder rolled up, blame again. We were locked into the end. It was violent and rough.
I love that.
I was never enough. But what if I was? Take all enough to wind me down the road.
Ooh.
Like the river swam.
Like a what?
Inside 1,000 lives to get my goals. It's never enough. It's never enough. And I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor desecrated, blood is jaded. I've never found a way
I love it.
to be honest.
I love it. That's a great melody. It's a very catchy melody. What's with the key? Oh. Sick drumming, dude. Love it.
And I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor desecrated, blood is jaded. I've never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where our haunted memories faded. Blood is jaded.
That is heavy. That is heavy.
But you know that it's so close. And you know that it's too late, that it's done. And I've always been ashamed
Oh.
that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor. I've never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where our haunted memories faded. Blood is
I'm obsessed with that guitar. It's freaking chrome guitar. Love it. Ooh. That was sick. Oh, and what did I say? Female vocalists, they just do it. That's just a different game, man. Just a different game altogether. All right, I caught some of the lyrics, but I was so kind of focused on the riff and the drumming of the song that I was like, okay, some of it was getting in, some of it was. But let's jump into the lyrics, shall we? All right, here we go. Here we go. So basically, from the lyrics I caught, it seems a song about feeling insecure in your own skin or in your appearance or existence, if you want to get existential. But let's see. I feel alone in my body. I feel a silence underneath. In these valleys of blood, in these rivers of rust. That's heavy. That is a heavy lyric. Shoulder all the blame again. Mirror locked until the end. Interesting. It was violent and rough. I was never enough. So, basically, this first verse I feel is about. Sounds like it's about either her childhood or a past relationship. It's kind of, she's feeling alone in her own body, right? So that's basically what I was saying, is she's feeling insecure in her own appearance or her own body, and she feels a silence underneath, like there's nothing there beneath the surface. Kind of feels shallow. Valleys of blood and rivers of rust just might refer to like some kind of violence. It may not be physical, it may be mental, it may be emotional, but some kind of like really traumatic experience. Valleys of blood, I mean, that just sounds like some Stephen King stuff. Shoulder all the blame again, so she feels like she's taking responsibility for something. We'll get into what. Mirror locked until the end. Now, mirror locked, in this thing, it's not hyphenated, so I don't know if she's talking about the same thing. But mirror locked is basically when you are fixating on your own reflection and you are psychoanalyzing and overthinking your appearance. I mean, it can be a physical mirror. You can be literally looking at your own reflection and just you are locked in and you are just psychoanalyzing everything about yourself. Whether it's your dressing, whether it's your body itself, whether it's your looks, your whatever it is, you find something about yourself and you just fixate and you psychoanalyze and you go into a dark place. Some people do that, right? And it's called being mirror locked. And it can be a literal mirror where you're looking at yourself, but it can also be mental, like you're just thinking, you're focusing, you're self-reflecting basically, but you're doing it in dark and negative sense. It was violent and rough. So the violent kind of ties back to the valleys of blood, rivers of rust, and rough, I was never enough. So that either she's talking about her childhood where she underwent some kind of abuse, or a past relationship where again it was some kind of abuse, and she feels she was never enough, right? So now we get into the refrain, which is like, but what if I was, so she's contemplating, but what if I was stable enough to wind me down the road like a remora swims. Yeah, I didn't catch what she said when she sang it. And what is a remora? I have to look this up. What is a remora? Some type of fish, I'm guessing. It's a suckerfish. Oh, it's a suckerfish. Okay. So, what if I was stable enough to wind me down the road like a remora swims? That's kind of an oxymoron because remoras don't swim. They attach themselves onto the side of bigger fish and they basically are pulled up like parasites. She was asking, what if I was stable enough to do that? Like attach myself to some other person or some other value or existence. What if I was inside 1,000 lives to give my ghost? I don't know the phrasing with that one, but like, what if I was inside 1,000 lives to give my ghost? So she's saying, what if I was living vicariously through others? She's unhappy with her own existence. What if I was gaining that happiness by living vicariously through other people? But again, she's kind of collapsing on herself and saying, it's never enough. It's never enough. I was never enough. It's never enough. Right? And then we hit the hook, which she's like, I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor desecrated. Ooh. Damn, girl, what have you been through? Okay. Jesus, coming from Sleep Token, this is like Yeah, all right. I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor desecrated. Now, is that the whole sentence? Or does it split? Because is she saying, I've always been ashamed that I want to fall into a dream with my honor? Like, and it ends there, and then it says that entire thing was desecrated, blood is jaded. Or is it fall into a dream with my honor desecrated? Because that's two different things. And because there's no actual syntax with these lyrics, I don't know exactly what it is. But I'm gonna go off of, I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor, because that's what she sings later. She kind of stops after honor, right? In the pre-chorus at the end, she kind of stops and she says, what I have always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor, right? So that's like her saying, I've been made to feel ashamed because for respecting myself. I've been made to feel ashamed for respecting myself. And that entire thing is desecrated, blood is jaded. So, like, it's down to her blood, basically. It's in her blood at this point, where it's like spoiled and jaded and desecrated. I've never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where I haunted, memories faded. Now, okay, where I haunted memories faded. Right? So that could be the same split up after honor desecrated, where I haunted memories. So all she knows is living in the past, where I've haunted memories. And even those are starting to fade. Blood is jaded. These are some deep ass lyrics, let me just say. Holy shit. In my dreams, all I see is a crimson key. Okay, that's the key we saw in the video. Tethered by a falling string, meant to turn in the lock for me. I can't leave, so I justify. So in her dreams, she's dreaming of being let go or freed from this insecurity or this kind of prison that she's built for herself, right? She's mirror locked, which ties beautifully into the video itself because she's literally surrounded by mirrors. So all she sees is her own reflection, and she can't help but just psychoanalyze every single time. She turns around, she's looking at herself. So that ties in beautifully to the video. So she's mirror locked the entire way, that's her prison. And then she dreams of a crimson key. I don't know why it's crimson, but we'll get to that. Tethered by a falling string, meant to turn in the lock for me. So it's literally a key that's dangling over her. So it's like, whether it's someone else or it's her own psyche that's kind of taunting her with this key, like, oh, you can go free if you want to, you know, but then it completes by saying interloper of confidence. Now, an interloper is someone who basically pokes their nose into a situation where they're not wanted, right? They interfere, basically. An interferer is an interloper. Interloper of confidence. So even though she sometimes feels confident in herself, sometimes she feels that respect for herself, whether it's someone else or it's her own psyche, it interferes and it's like, no, you're not confident. No, you suck, basically, right? It's that intrusive thought in your head. Under pressure of influence. So that's pressure of influence could necessarily be someone else. So she feels like other people are judging her for it because in the first verse she was like, I was never enough. To who? Her family, her previous partner, who knows, right? I don't know. Maybe you guys know if you are Spiritbox fans. But under pressure of influence, not a curse that I caused. So it's not her fault, but she's here, never to rot. What if I was? So she's still like, there's still a part of her that's kind of waiting to break out. Like, what if I was? What if I was? And then in parentheses, it's like, it's never enough. It's never enough. So that's the intrusive thought coming in. And then the chorus, yeah. The bridge, basically, she's like, I know where I want to go, but you know that it's too close and you know that it's too late this time. So she knows what it takes. She knows what it's going to take to break free from this, but she feels like it's too late, right? And this is what I was talking about. In the pre-chorus, she's like, I've always been ashamed that I want to fall into a dream with my honor. But she's stopping there. She's not, here the honor hasn't been desecrated, basically, right? So she's like, I've been made to feel ashamed about feeling respect for myself because of other people, these interlopers of confidence, these pressure of influence. And she ends the song by saying love is jaded. So now all these intrusive thoughts, all this insecurity is affecting her love as well. It's not just blood. It's not just in her own DNA, but it's projecting outward. Love is jaded. So she not forever, but she feels like she's looking at love through this lens of whatever this song is, this kind of insecurity basically. So that's a deep ass song, man. That is a really good song to start with for Spiritbox. Definitely makes me want to go and listen to more Spiritbox. But I will turn to you guys in the comments. You can suggest what are some good Spiritbox songs to go through. Unsure as of yet. After just one song, I'm unsure if I'm gonna do like the whole discography like I'm doing with Sleep Token. But definitely give me like the best of, right? Suggest like the best of Spiritbox. Absolute songs that I should not miss when listening to this band. And as always, suggest other bands for me to listen to and react to. But I'm gonna jump back into Sleep Token pretty soon and go through Take Me Back to Eden with that. But right now I'm vibing on Spiritbox. This song is really good. I love it, and I'm obsessed with that chrome guitar. I want that chrome guitar. Holy shit. That was a really cool looking guitar. Anyway, that's Jaded. That was Spiritbox. Let me know what you guys thought of the video in the comments below. And as always, leave a comment about what you thought of the song and whether I was kind of close in interpreting what the song is about. But otherwise, that's going to do it for me. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.